Emma?
Hi Rob, the pressure very much on the Spurs today and very much needed win for them. How do you initially sum up that one?
Not much in the game. I thought they edged the first half, but I didn't feel under threat. I thought we had more of the second half. And there's nothing really in the game. But it was in the end the way it was going to go. It was going to be a moment of magic or second phase of a set piece, something like that won it, which obviously proved to be the case.
From booze towards the end as well, I imagine you can sense the frustration. Do you understand the frustration?
Yeah, of course. We're bottom of the league. We just lost 3 in a row. So, it's not as easy as turn up and just beat Tottenham because they've been having a bad time. They've got a lot of good players and their motivation level is incredibly high. It might sound weird to you all. I don't know if you really fully appreciate what I'm saying. It's been really challenging this week for us. We've been officially relegated. It's been really tough. So for the players to give everything and match their intensity and match Tottenham's levels of work rate was the lads deserve a lot of credit for that. In the end, we lacked a little bit of cutting edge, which we know where we're at the moment. So that's the situation.
Hi Rob. With those sort of moves at the end and the flag, the sort of anti-post and flag, that relationship with supporters and the wider club, is that something that you believe can be mended? Because it's been really strained for quite a while.
I hope so. Look, I thought they were brilliant throughout the whole game, supporters. I've not got a negative word to say about them at all. Like I said, we've lost 3 in a row. We're bottom of the league. We've been relegated this week. They're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy. But what I need everyone to understand is that, everyone's giving their all. Everyone is giving their all, and it is going to take some time to turn this around. We're not in the middle of a transfer window now. We can't change loads. We're trying. Obviously, we've improved from the last week. We looked a lot more solid today. We didn't give a lot away at all. But we are where we are. We're working really, really hard to try and put things right, and in a few weeks' time, we'll be able to action a lot of that stuff as well.
In terms of sort of mending that relationship I talk about, doesn't really make sense to say this in a press conference, really, but I suppose it's more action than words. Is that fair? Because you've got
we have, and we all know that. We know that. That's no problem at the moment. Yeah, times are tough. We've got to stand up, take it, and then hopefully in a year's time we're sitting in a much more positive place.
You also gave Lima and Rodrigo Gomez an opportunity today. Was that sort of very much with an eye of looking forward?
I was with an eye of winning the game today. They deserved it. I thought actually they performed really well. We knew we needed a lot of legs today. Tottenham run hard. Like I said before, their motivation levels are incredibly high. Roberto De Zerbi's come in, who's loads of energy and everything as well. We had to be able to match that. And so with the lads that came into the team, it wasn't purely with a view of next year. It was try and win the game today. And we tried to push, That was why we put Tolo on with however many minutes to go. We don't want to go with another striker. We tried to push. We felt like we were in the ascendancy in that second half, which we were. But yeah, thank you.
Well, I realise you can't change the situation, but it kind of feels like you can't really gain a great deal from the remaining games. I guess you probably quite like the season to it.
You can if you win 4 games in a row, but obviously that we can't just do that. There's obviously a lot. There's more to it than just turning up and winning the games. We know that at the level we're at as well. So I know what you're saying, and I get it. Yeah, but the situation is there's 4 more games left, and we've got to make sure that we turn up and we fight. And again, I looked around the room at the very end and went round every single one of them. There's not one there I could say gave up, didn't try. Not one of them. They gave their all today. Okay, we were lacking in 1 or 2 bits, but again, there was nothing in it. There was nothing in the game. So it wasn't an effort or anyone giving up or down in tools. We've got to make sure that we continue that for the next 4 games. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. On João Gomes, there's been obviously talk about interest in him and talk behind the scenes. Is he a player that you're sort of resigned to losing?
There'll certainly be interest in João, and I get it. He's a phenomenal player. But I think, again, you saw from his commitment out there today and his performance level that whatever's going on off the pitch, it won't affect him.
Just on that very quickly as well, it seemed quite sort of animated and fired up today. As I say that in a fairly positive way. I think the conversation's been you during the game as well. He's sort of playing on the edge quite a bit. I thought the lads were. Yeah, it's hard because people don't want to hear it after we've lost. But there were some really good performances there today, and there was a real commitment from all of them. There really was. They really, really tried. They're with it. They're with us. They're fighting. They really are. It's been hard this week. The final nail in the coffin. Relegated.
you know, maybe other teams would have just gone under completely today, and it might have been an absolute shambles. It wasn't that. It was a proper game of football, but you know, we've lost it. So there'll be people say what they want to say about that. That's fine. But no, those boys that were out there today gave everything. Thank you.